Start date 3/30, 2020 in the land of Bizarrio world. Yeah, you know, sitting back and looking at all this, paying attention to this, which I have been for a long time, been observing from the distance. So, let's get started here. First of all, I'm going to say this. This goes out to the entire planet, but especially to my brothers and sisters in America. In this country, ladies and gentlemen, the government is our child. We are the parent. And we're acting like they're the parent and we're the child right now. They have us well re-educated into believing that they are the authority when we really are their parents. The government, the people within the government, not the building with the name on it that we constantly talk about, government. And that's why that they can act like that, because we don't call them by their names. We don't even look at them like human beings. They're government people. Look, ladies and gentlemen, they have no more authority in government than when they were not in government. Don't you get that? That's why we are the parent and they are the child in this construct, the way it's supposed to work. All right. So let me get back to what I actually did this. I normally don't write things. I usually just do it off the cuff of my chest and whatever. So there is no bigger fool than the person who trusts their government agents without question. If we continue to think we're going to fix the problems of the past that are destroying today by negotiating with the very system and the very people that has created this situation, ladies and gentlemen, we are only fooling ourselves. If people wish to retain their liberty, they cannot assume that those who seek power over them are honest. Skepticism of government, agents and media charlatans, or provocateurs is one of the most important and most forgotten boardwalks of freedom in America, ladies and gentlemen. We understand that the issue is the land. The issue is the earth. We cannot change the political system. We cannot change the economic system. We cannot change the social system until the people control the land, and when we take it out of the hands of that sick minority that chooses to pervert the meaning and the intentions of humanity. The majority, yes, I'm talking to you. You have been wrong the majority of the time for listening to a handful of people, criminals in my eyes, but not in yours. They're like a tree. They stand tall, ready to do anything that they want for you. But they don't even know that they are making promises of a future that will never, ever arrive when that time finally comes, because they won't be there to fulfill and deliver those promises when that time finally comes. When we understand, our strengths get stronger. When we don't understand, our weaknesses get stronger. Let me repeat that again. When we understand, our strengths get stronger. When we don't understand, our weaknesses get weaker. That is the truth. People need to stop depending and waiting for a spiritual miracle to come save them from themselves and fix this mess that all of us have created. Helping that little minority group that's in charge. May I add to that? Now, what is reality is the miracle is in all of us. Yes, we are the miracle of life because we are life. We are a physical, real, living organism. We are the eternal spirit. The only heaven or hell you will find are the ones we make on this planet called Earth. We are living on Earth in the heavens already. Why are we destroying it? Why are we helping this minority group willingly, willfully, and even claiming oaths to these perpetrators that have gotten us to help destroy not only each other, but the planet we live on for profit, for something that isn't physical, that isn't real, like us, a real organism. Whatever. If we find true consideration and love for one another and stop putting a price tag on a person's life, we will find that the heavens is much closer than we think, people. Our actions must match our spiritual souls, and our words we live by, or we get what we have right now, people. We say we want peace, but our actions show death and war. We are not who we are by our own words. We are a living lie, is what it is. Peace cannot only happen by peace, not by death, famine, and war. It does not. All it does is produce more of it, people. Now, in the closing here, this is how this works, people. The government is a building, as I keep reminding you, with a name on it. And the people, they're our children. Remember that. They are the people's children. We are the parent, and we're not acting like that. And we need to start acting like the parent and start treating them as such, because that's what they're treating us like. And we're enjoying it. We're sucking it up. We're lapping it up. Please send me another $1,200 check, Mom and Pops. I don't care if I'm locked down. I don't know if there's a real virus out there. I don't know. I'm only believing what you're telling me. And that is the truth, ladies and gentlemen. And as this goes and drags on, we're going to find out more and more how much they're lying. And we do know that they constantly lie. We can't forget that. It's like we all, out of fear, we forgot who the liars are all of a sudden. You can see them up there. You ask me, I've lived long enough. I read body language. They're fucking afraid, hoping that they can pull this off. Hoping that the people don't rise up and hunt them down. That fear. Except for a few that are very arrogant. They think they're going to fucking pull this off. They're laughing at us. Yes, they are. Stupid little people. Bunch of narcissistic criminals is what they are. And you're allowing it. Parents, you're allowing your children to act like little brats and get away with it. Now I'm going to get back to what I was reading because I was going to follow this up, and I'm not going to make this a real long thing. Okay, like I said, government is our child. Our child. They are not the parent. And then grown-ups today are children's children captured and taught what to believe. It's quite obvious because you're all hiding in your frickin' homes. Okay, now the real closing to this address that you need to pay attention to, seriously. they've pretty much flushed the Constitution and Bill of Rights for the most part down the toilet, and this isn't arguable or debatable, okay? The Constitution does not grant rights. Get that through your head. It was designed to protect already established inherent rights, mean you're birthed with them, and they're non-negotiable. You know that. They're not even debatable. If actually the ones that take an oath even talk about changing them in the public's eye after they took an oath is an act of treason. Did you know that? It is literally an act of treason because they violated their oath, their promise to the people. But everybody's too damn stupid. They constantly violate the oath right when they take it. And you're all up there, oh, please rob me more. Take my rights. I just love having a $1,200 check. Because that's what you guys look stupid doing. You think $1,200 is going to save your ass in this fucking insanity world right now? Ha 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 ha. The best is still to come, people. All right. So, really, it isn't the constitutional right. It is a right that is supposed to be constitutionally, protected. And we're going to get into that now. Individual rights are not subject to public vote. A majority has no right to vote away the rights of a minority. The very political function of rights is precisely to protect minorities from oppression by majorities. And the smallest minority on earth is you, the individual, not a group. There's no such thing as rights for a particular group. Hello? That's another thing that's fucked this country up. All of us have rights to be protected by groups and the majority, which makes them a majority against you because you're a singularity. Each and every person is a minority when it comes to individual rights. And the majority has no authority to rob you in any name of such for any cause or action here or around the globe to rob you and steal your individual rights that you were birthed with, inherent birth rights. Now, the last thing. This is your job, our job, my job, everyone's job, not the goddamn fucking criminals in government, people. The Constitution, yes, is not in itself an invincible document with an S on its chest, people. It does not provide freedom. However, ladies and gentlemen, the Constitution is a constant reminder of the responsibilities, we, the parents of those criminals, yes, that the people must undertake in order to preserve our fricking liberties, our freedoms. It is not the Constitution or the people in government which protect such rights, but the people which is tasked, that's us, our job, parents, in its own philosophical and moral prosperity. We are the first and last defense against tyranny to protect our freedoms from them destroying liberty. The Constitution is not here to defend us. We are here to defend the Constitution, which then has the power and the teeth that we proclaim that it has. Otherwise, it's just a pretty little piece of paper with ink on it sitting in a framed cabinet with glass on it for all of us to gawk at. Pretend that it does something. It's a magical piece of paper that stands up and defends us. And all it needs is a match lit to it, and it's nothing. It's in the hearts and the minds of the people, which is lost to despotism and ignorance and childlike actions by a mass society that has literally been dumbed down by the very education system that created your ignorance and your stupidity to believe and failure to yourselves, to protect yourselves from the very criminals that are doing this to us right now. This isn't an act of God. This isn't Mother Nature doing this to us. They're destroying everything that we have worked for generations right now. It's going to be swept under the carpet. When this is over, people, many businesses in the wake of this disaster that they created single-handedly will not be reopening their businesses. Many people will begin to file bankruptcies. Many people will lose their homes. And again, the criminals will get them because they are the lenders of last resort, because they have fucking kept stabbing us and keep crushing the economy, keep making you foreclose on properties, which gives them all the land. I mean, we're some pretty stupid group of people, if you ask me. I mean, pun and no pun intended. I mean, really. And I'm not acting like I'm some charmer, snake charmer that I got around this. I've been fooled too for a good part of my life in the beginning. And then I realized after people started telling me about what the hell was really going on, and as I really paid attention and I noticed these rich cocksuckers are constantly stabbing us in the backs, creating a situation that we're in, then coming around and put us into more debt, because I guarantee you that 6-point-something trillion dollars that they just signed, they're not paying for it. Matter of fact, they're coming up off of it. And you're over here happy that they're going to give you a fucking spoon-fed $1,200. What's that going to do for you? Now they're talking about extending this lockdown. Now they're going to, give you another $1,200 check? Then what? Don't you see the writing on the wall of fascism and communism coming right around the corner? It's crazy, man. It literally is crazy. So, I mean, we've been living in socialism, if you really think about it, since the 60s. They started us on Social Security, which actually was original called Social Security Insurance Act. And it wasn't supposed to be used as an ID, and it was voluntary to put money in there. Then they've turned it around and made it into, because this is exactly what we were afraid of. A lot of people, especially so-called Christians, they didn't want it because they thought that was the mark of the beast. And it kind of is. It was just another collective, because the government didn't know who we were. And it's none of their fucking business. It's just like it's none of their fucking business what you own and how much money you make. Only criminals like to know what you have so they can fucking steal it from you. Hello? It's just like I said before. In my lifetime, I remember we used to hide money at our houses because we didn't trust banks. They've already had a long, long, long history in humanity of fucking the people over, and which causes total chaos. Especially when they're controlling the money. Especially since they control the money. This is why we have wars, we have famines, we have what we got right now. And that's a fact. All right, I've gone too long. Most people don't like to sit down. They have short attention spans. Oh, don't make them so long. Oh, my God. That's why you're sitting at home right now with the criminal fucking organization locking the whole world down. Because you can't pay attention. Yep. Don't want to sit down and listen to something that might actually be worthy of something that might teach you something. Have a good day.